Again, it's Mixon. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
He was brought down at the 26. A gain of 9.
On second down, here's Mixon. And this one will go to the 28-yard line.
It's a gain of 2. That's good.
Mixon with a first down carry. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
The tackle made at the 36-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up second.
From the gun to give to Mixon. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's third down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
And for the Saints here on third down, an extra defensive back on the field. Back to throw. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40. It goes as a gain of 8 and moves the chains.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on third down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
Jet sweep. Here's Pickens with it. And some space here. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. They'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down.
I think the reason this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's at a full run by the time he gets the football.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
56-yard attempt.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this is going to remain a 1-point game.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one from 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through, and that one winds up no good.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. 1 quarter remains in this NFC Wild Card matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the 4th. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Slant pass, he's got Reynolds. And they'll be stopped at the 28. On a play that started at the 14, they pick up 14.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know, this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. And Jones has it over the middle. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. To throw again on second down. Burrow. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the headlinesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Well, the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
Yeah, that's when we turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
So here come the Lions now. And what a pressure spot for both sides, really. But they're at home now. They have the football here in the playoffs, sort of controlling their own destiny.
It's a spot they've all dreamed of. This is where you want to be. Home, have the ball, a chance to win the game, control your own destiny, as you noted. But here's the thing. Don't let the crowd get too involved if you're this team now. You've got to make sure you let them carry you, but not cause you to do things out of what you're supposed to do, right? Take you away from focusing and concentrating on the game.
Because sometimes you get so amped from the crowd that can carry you into spots you don't want to be. Is that what you're saying?
From experience, sometimes that crowd gets so involved in it and you get involved with them that you end up making plays or trying to do things that maybe you shouldn't have done.
His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
This defense is certainly having an outstanding second half. I think they're going to just give up the first down there. And for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
Back to throw now on first down. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So in Saints territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 41. They'll look to throw again. Another catch for Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. At that time, they picked up the first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Again, he'll drop to throw. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
Back to throw again. Completes this one to Pickens. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. He'll drop to throw. Able to find his man. It's Pickens. And the Lions are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1. They only needed 1 yard on 3rd down. They get 10 instead by going to the air. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. They'll try and power it in him with Juszczyk. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions have taken a fourth-quarter lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Important extra point up and through, and the lead is up to 5. A 10-play drive that time, and it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. So all eyes on the Saints offense. Down 14-9. At time, a huge factor. It's got to be a touchdown here, and that won't be easy. On the road, in the playoffs, as they've got it with a first down. Pass complete to Higgins. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now Burrow. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Throwing, Burrow. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and as a result, their playoff run may end right here.
Now, you know I don't often have sympathy for quarterbacks, but in this situation, I don't know what else he could do. 4th down, so he can't just throw the ball away. He's got to find a way to try and make a play, but the pressure ended up getting to him.
Pressure got to him. Really big sack and a turnover here on downs. And the Lions will take the knee here with victory in the cards. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. And the Lions will take the knee here with victory in the cards. Let's see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. They go down to a knee, and that will do it. They are moving on here in the playoffs. And his kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 8. Well, 1 win down, still 3 to go to get to the most hallowed ground in sports, but a good start.
A terrific start because they get to move on. Unfortunately for the team that lost, it's a long offseason ahead for them now.
football brings you the divisional round of the NFL playoffs, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Commanders and the reigning Super Bowl champs. All that and more.
One of two spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And not the start. A first carry here for Joe Mixon. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. He'll look to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Blake Gillikin on to punt now on fourth down. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. They will be led out by the former Heisman Trophy winner back in 2016. Always a handful to contain, Lamar Jackson.
And he more than did his part in the wild card win with 3 touchdown passes. Now, he's going to get a bigger test here in round 2, but his unit is in rhythm, and they're playing as well as they have all year long. I wouldn't be surprised if this defense, though, tried to get after him early with a little extra pressure. If he can handle that, he can have another big game, though.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. Eckler now between the tackles. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. They'll try to pick up the 1st with Eckler, and he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A gain of 4 that time as the drive will continue.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the 1st down marker was and getting there.
A couple of 1st downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. It's Eckler again. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Running on first down, Eckler. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Jackson. That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 24-yard line. 11 more yards there. This methodical drive continues.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. He'll get this over the middle here to Palmer. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson, a quick pass here to Godwin. And he's brought down. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
And perhaps now close to the first points of this divisional round game as it's 1st and goal. Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Austin Eckler. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Commanders are on the board first here in this division round matchup. So that a great sequence for these guys to begin the ball game. They force the punt on one end, then come right down the field and score on the other.
And that's a great example of leaning on each other and building a little momentum that way. How about the defense forcing the punt? Turns it over to the offense with confidence, and they take it downfield and score.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it's Austin Eckler who finishes things off with a touchdown run. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
That was good, tough running right up the middle, and if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Back to Mixon on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Here's a 2nd and 7. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Couple of first downs on the drive already as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. They'll drop to throw. And that'll be incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
to 2nd and 10.
Back to throw here. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Valdez-Scantling. A gain of 1 brings up 3rd down and 9.
They'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a 1st down as well.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Inside handoff to Mixon. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Taken down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and it's going to be a 1st down. Well done. Over 100 catches in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch in these playoffs.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Mixing up the middle. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And this will be caught by Mooney. And in for the Lions touchdown. Darnell Mooney, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions are an extra point away from evening this one up.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Extra point by Butker is on target, and we are tied at 7. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And finishing it all off was Darnell Mooney with a touchdown reception. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Up the middle with Eckler. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 47 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. 1st down, and they stick with Eckler
To about the 48-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Draw play. It's Eckler. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. Still 9 yards to go on 2nd down from the 27. From the gun, Jackson. Throw right side, taken in by Gallup. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 17-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Open man, that's the tight end, Freiermuth. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson. Incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half. But the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
On 3rd down, Jackson. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least it'll be 4th down. Gay's kick is good, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Detroit's offense ready to take over. And you figure, Charles, they have enough time here in the first half, more than a minute, to put a drive together, at least get them in position to try a field goal.
Yeah, they've got all 3 timeouts at their disposal, so I'm actually thinking bigger. With those 3 timeouts, that amount of time on the clock, I'm thinking about trying to get a touchdown and settle for a field goal.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. He'll look to throw. That's going to be caught by Pickens. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. The Lions need to move. They're hustling to the line now. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
The offense heading back out as we take a closer look at Austin Eckler. And it may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing is Jackson. Throw left side is hauled in by Palmer.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. Jackson will throw again. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This just a 24-yard attempt. And Gay knocks this one through, and that will do it for this first half. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, this is the second of 4 games this weekend as we narrow the field down to the 4 teams who will meet in the league championship games next Sunday. We'll get back out to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's take a look ahead to tomorrow's other divisional round game in the NFC. And it looks like we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Chicago Bears matching up against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. On now to a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for Washington. And even though they've got a halftime lead, they're likely devising ways as we speak to try and get a little more production from their passing game.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. The Washington offense ready to go to begin the third quarter. And they've been the better of the 2 teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to a lot of folks at home, although not to my dad. He predicted the visitors would win. And maybe to the folks in the stadium, but you know who is not a surprise to, partner? This team with the football. They were very confident coming in.
First catch for him in these playoffs. He was held without one last week, but he's got a first down on that effort.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson.
This is swung out to Eckler.
Powers through him. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Jackson to throw.
Got a man. It's complete. It's Palmer.
And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 39. A third down conversion with a strong gain of 14.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Out of the gun, Eckler running it.
Down at the 35. It'll be second down. Eckler going to get it again on second down.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
63 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
He certainly has to give him credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Now Jackson on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Now it's Jackson. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Jackson now off the bootleg.
He'll get this out wide to Eckler.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Gay's kick is good. And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half.
And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the 2nd half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
25-yard line.
To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feed down complete.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and
Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
This goes out wide for Mixon.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion.
That was just a good example of taking what the defense gave him. No one open downfield, knew where his safety valve was, swung it out to him. He gets upfield and picks up the first down. Well done all the way around.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Running left, it's Mixon. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
he's brought down at the 37-yard line.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down.
Gets around him. Give him 8 yards. There's still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be 3rd down at about the length of the football.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
Able to find his man. It's Pickens.
Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first.
From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10.
At the 48-yard line. They'll set up a throw. And that is incomplete.
2nd and 10 here as we sit in the 3rd quarter of this divisional round matchup.
It's 2nd down.
They go back to the ground now with Mixon. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And this one is no good. He missed it. And they'll remain 2 scores back as this holds at a 9-point advantage. And that one an absolute backbreaker. A chance to get back within a score. Couldn't do it.
Yeah, that one went begging, as they say, right? There's the opportunity, and it was missed. But all hope's not lost just yet. But, boy, getting back within 1 score would have been a powerful motivator for their defense to take the field with.
Back onto the field now, the Commanders' offense. And now first downs are key. They want to keep that clock moving, up by 2 scores as they try to cement their place in the conference championship round in 1 week's time. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 76 yards on the ground for Eckler here. That's a first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. Look at the big man rumble. And into the end zone, a scoop and score on a fumble return for the Detroit touchdown. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. You know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
Butker now to add the extra point. And it's good. It cuts it to 2. 16-14 our score. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
This taken in at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Commanders' offense set to take over.
And right now they're just looking for a little more cushion, trying to make this a 2-score game. Points here would go a long way, obviously, to propelling them into the next round.
And this is where the head coach, offensive coordinator, they've had to set a tone all year long about what they do on offense. So most teams want to stay in attack mode, but you have to do it with some bit of caution, don't you? Because you can't come away with no points. You need these points here in order to feel a lot better about where they are in this game.
But this time of the year, playoffs, game of this magnitude, this is what we hope for.
Yeah, it's exactly what we hope for. You want to run your offense cautiously, but not so cautiously that you just give it up.
It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11. Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass.
On the give, this is Eckler looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Jackson from the shotgun. He's got his man. It's Gallup. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 41-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Jackson. That's caught once again by Gallup.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer. Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
To throw again on second down, Jackson.
He'll drop this one off to Eckler.
The broken tackle could not free him as he's brought down at the 10-yard line. On third down, Jackson.
Touchdown, Washington. Chris Godwin from 10 yards out.